Hello, everyone. Monday morning, everybody's up, out and about, getting their day started. Just dropped my son off at school. They got a march going on. They're going to march to the rec center. They have some thing going on or whatever. So, and make sure he's prepared for that. It's still a little cool outside. Speaking of being prepared, one thing that you have to keep in mind is to stay prepared for whatever it is that you want. You can't slack off. It's easy to slack off when we don't see things in front of us or things seem so far away. Goals and dreams, they seem so far away. It's easy to have them just in the rear view and not be working towards it. When opportunities present themselves, we're not ready. And so, how the saying goes, you gotta, don't, what is it? Stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. And that is so true. I remember years ago, there was a different position I wanted in my job. It was definitely a promotion. It was a upgrade from my current position, and I needed to have a certain licensing to apply. That was the requirement. They did not train you for the licensing. You had to come in with it already. When you applied for it, you had to have it. And so I just remember working to get the licensing that I needed in order to apply. And I was just so happy when I finally got the license that I needed. And an opportunity came up. They had openings, and I gave, the person that I needed to talk to a call just to see. I think I had put in my bid for it, to get one of the positions. I think they had 10 slots open, and I put in my bid for it, and I called the contact person to ask, hey, my name is so and so, you know, I'm just checking in on, me putting my bid in, and the person said, we didn't even get to your department because they accept bids from other departments also. And it just so happened that my department was at the bottom. Like, they had to take people from other departments first. It's a union job. So, per the union contract, they had to consider, people from another department first. Then, if there were any openings left, then they could come down to my department. That just lets you know, just, I my department, the department that I was in at that time, was at the bottom. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get out of it. And I just remember just feeling so sad, like, dang, I did all this work, to get the license that I need. I took the test and paid to get the license. And then an opportunity comes up where there's 10 slots, there's 10 openings, and there's no room. I put my bid in for it, and all the slots are gone. Like, every y'all got 10 people from the other department before you could even get to mine. And so I just remember feeling real defeated, like, dang, you know, that means, I got to hang in with this department a little while longer or whatever. And, I was upset, and I was a bit saddened by it. But I knew to continue to keep myself in good standing in the department that I was in, you know, to keep coming in on time. We were on a point system. So if you came in late, that was a point off. If you called off, that was 2 points. I knew to keep myself, keep my points in the positive as opposed to the negative. You know, I knew to make sure that I didn't have, any type of incidents, no write ups, because, that's what hiring managers look at. They're going to pull your file. They're going to see, what all you have going on and see if you meet the criteria. I knew what the criteria was, and I had to make sure that even though I was disappointed and kind of hurt that, I had put in all this work to get the license and, there were no openings left, I knew that I still had to stay ready. I still had to go in every day and do my job the way I needed to. And just as if, I hadn't applied or wanted to apply for the position at all. And I did that. I said, well, you know what? There's they're gonna have another opening. I just gotta stay tuned. And so I didn't let that discourage me. I didn't stay down for too long. I just kept doing what I was doing, and I knew that it was just a matter of timing. And sometimes that's all it is for whatever it is that we want. It's just a matter of timing. It's just not our time, and that wasn't my time. It took about 3 months from the time I called the contact person to tell me that there were no more openings left. Each week, each Friday, I would visit my company's website. I would go to careers and I would click on it just to see if there was any openings. I said, okay, they already filled the 10 slots, but who knows who all made it through training. Some people may not have made it through training and they went back to their prior department. Some people may not have passed the exam and they had to go back to their department. Who knows? And I just kept checking back every week, every week. And finally, 3 months of checking back once a week, they had a new opening, 10 more slots. I called the superintendent at that department this time. I didn't call the other person, which I think was my union representative. And I called the superintendent and she picked up the phone and I asked her, I said, hey, I'm so and so, I'm in such and such department. I said, I see that there's, a bid opening for 10 people in your department. Are there any slots open? I just want to know before I put in another bid. And she says, oh yeah, there's openings. And she said, well, do you have, your license? I said, yes, I do. She says, well, put your bid in ASAP. And I did, and I ended up getting on. So, you know, it just goes to show that you just have to be patient, but you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared in the meantime. You have to get the information that you need so that you can get prepared for what you want. That's first. I did my homework. I looked up the listing, I saw the requirements, and I knew what I needed to do. I knew what I needed to have in order to apply for that position, before I did anything. And so sometimes we're not getting what we want because we don't know what all it is that we need to get it. We don't have all the tools all the time. And, we may think that we have the tools, we may think that we have the skills, and we don't. So you got to do your research. You got to do your homework to know what it is. So that once you know what it is that you need, just like I knew I had to be, I knew I needed my points to be in the positive. I knew I had to have gone 2 years without an incident. I knew I couldn't have write ups. I knew the licensing that I needed, and all the other extras. I knew that. And so, knowledge is power, but, you still have to apply it. And so it's just a matter of knowing, getting yourself in position, and waiting your time. And you just have to be patient because one thing I've learned is that there is always another opportunity. It may seem like it's not, but with anything, there's always another opportunity. There's always another opportunity for another relationship, or for you to remarry, or to get married for the first time, or for you to start a business, or whatever. There's always another opportunity. There's always another job. If you're in school, there's other scholarships, there's other grants. There's always something. It's never just, it's very rare that it's this is it, this one thing, and this is it. It's very rare in this abundant world. And it's very easy to forget that one thing is just the end all be all. And it's not. And but it's so easy to be short sighted, and to not think abundantly. But you just have to, expand your mind and think positive and get yourself together for what it is that you want. Be prepared and be on the lookout. I kept my ear to the streets by way of just getting on that site, looking, asking, seeing what pops up. You got to keep your ears and eyes open for those opportunities, and be willing to put yourself out there. I let the union vice president know what I was trying to do. Every time I saw him, I was asking him. The union president. They got sick of me. Because that's how bad I wanted it. And so you just nothing comes to like they say, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, and faith without works is dead. You still have to put forth the action for whatever it is that you want. And then when it's your time, and nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it when it's your time and you're ready. You've done the work and you're ready. Nothing can stop it.